Now that he's broken away with Top Rank, do you think that's an easier fight to be made in that it's a fight that we'll see probably at the end of the year?
It should be. I mean, it's something that, that I'm definitely looking forward to, and it's something that, I'm willing to work towards too. And, after I get past Ugas, it could be an easy fight to make. It just depends on, stipulations between me and him. It's a legacy fight for him and myself. And it's a great fight. I think, it's really what the people want. The people want that fight. That's the fight that they really want. I think, it can happen.
What's going on, boxing fans? There you go. You have it. Full kind of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Here for the boxing heads and the boxing minds. You just heard Errol Spence Jr. He, you know what I'm saying, for all of the doubters and the haters and, you know what I'm saying, all of them out there who keep pushing the narrative that Errol Spence Jr. don't want to fight Terence Crawford, that he's ducking. You know what I'm saying? Here he is for the, you know what I'm saying, 100th time saying that he wants that Terence Crawford fight. And it's just how many times the man has to say it. He has to say it upside down. You know what I'm saying? He has to say it outer space. He has to say it under the sea. He has to say it in the, the Himalayan mountains. You know what I'm saying? If he don't do all that, then he's ducking. You know what I'm saying? So clearly this is a case of, people want to shit on Errol Spence Jr. regardless of what he say. You know what I'm saying? It's just, a lot of Keith Thurman fans and a lot of, Terence Crawford fans, not the fans, but the fanatics. Let's just keep it like that. And, they just keep pushing narratives that Errol Spence Jr. is ducking this man. And we know that's not the case. So, Errol just letting you know that that's a fight he's been wanting to make. He's going for undisputed. And how can you spell undisputed without Terence Crawford name being able to complete it? You know what I'm saying? So, Terence Crawford got the WBO championship belt, but Errol Spence Jr., he's the type of fighter who want to show proper respect to the opponent in front of him. You know what I'm saying? By speaking on that he's wants to fight Terence Crawford is almost like disrespecting Eugenijus Ugas, because that means he's kind of implying that he's gonna beat Ugas and he's overlooking Ugas like he ain't nobody. And Ugas is a class act, and Errol Spence Jr. don't get down like that. Not when he respects Eugenijus Ugas as a fighter, and Ugas got a lot of class. So, you know what I'm saying, he's not trying to play into, the politics of boxing, of talking, trash talking, and, you know what I'm saying, overlooking, disrespecting Ugas, because Terence Crawford is seen as, the more dangerous fight, the fight that everybody want to see. And the Ugas fight is seen as the fight that nobody cares about. But, Ugas got a major belt, and it's a unified title matchup, you know what I'm saying? So, I think it's just that the boxing fans who support Terence Crawford don't want to see they want to shit on this accolade, because he is, if he does win, he has another belt, he has another accomplishment, and they don't want that for Errol Spence Jr., you know what I'm saying? So they're going to shit on it, they're going to say he's ducking, and they're going to do anything to distract away from this accomplishment for Errol Spence Jr. And, it's just a shame, because they were trying to boycott his fights, and I was like, I never seen such a visceral reaction to a fighter, you know what I'm saying? Because these are boxers, and I'm not saying they're just boxers, but it is entertainment. But you know what I'm saying, to go so far as to try to destroy, you know what I'm saying, a man's way to live and to make his money by boycotting his fights. That's like the Me Too movement. You know what I'm saying? It's like, men have become a lot like, victims, and they take a lot of strategies from these women groups trying to cancel people, and they move like women basically. You know what I'm saying? The hate has gotten that petty. You know what I'm saying, from a lot of dudes, and these dudes was raised by these single mom households. Not they don't see any difference in it. They don't see how unmanly this shit is, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But Errol Spence Jr. went on with Brian Custer, and he talked about the Danny Garcia fight, how he was less than 100%. He was like 70%, and he talked about the drive that he wanted that Danny Garcia fight because it really pushed him to the next level. Even though he still had problems in his body, he wasn't fully recovered, but he wanted to test himself against Danny Garcia, and he felt like he could. It would be a good challenge, and it paid off for him. Even though he said afterwards he was not. He could tell he wasn't completely himself. So he had to take another year and a half off when he got the eye injury and sparring, and he talked about that with Brian Custer. And so Brian Custer asked him a question, a really good question. He was like, how do the people know that we're going to get the best Errol Spence? And that's when Errol Spence said, he's been training hard since he's got his eye injury and sparring. And he says anybody who's seen him, watched him, see that he's 100% focused. You know what I'm saying? He got the nutrition right. He got the attitude right. And, he's just ready to go. And he said, Ugas is a world-class fighter, and he always rises. And I'm just paraphrasing out. He's somebody who, anytime Errol Spence Jr. gets somebody who's really good, it pushes him to become great and get himself prepared. So, it's the motivation he needs. And he thinks Ugas, he described him as not really a boxer. He said he's patient. He's a fighter that, come forward and press the action. So he knows this is going to be a very challenging fight. So he knows he's got to be, on his A game to come in there, to compete with Ugas. And, so, Brian Custer, talked a little bit. They talked a little bit about, him buying the ranch and how he made the change from the party scene when he lived downtown Dallas. And Errol said he wanted to make a change, in his life because, he had 1 foot in boxing, 1 foot outside of boxing, and it was distracting him from, seeing the EJ that we all knew. And, so he had to make some changes, and he probably lost a lot of friends and stuff like that. He didn't say that, but I just know when you make a change like that, you can't do the things that you used to do. And he talked about some of the jewelry and stuff that, he just, materialism and things he had, it just wasn't making sense to him. So he changed and went and brought some horses and chickens and just a change of perspective. And he said that those things were therapeutic for him, and it helped him, get his mind right for recovery. Milking, baby animals out there. You're not milking them, but, he does that too, but, feeding them baby bottles, and petting them and, riding horses. Kind of got his mind, away from the troubles of boxing. And he talked about the recovery period a little bit, and talked about his son and having them in the gym. And, it was pretty good. It was a really deep interview. Shout out to Brian Custer, who'll be getting down to it. And, good interview. He, talked a little bit about, Derek James about, he feel like, he got the best, coach skills, game plan, and he has the more talent, in this fight against Ugas. He has all these things in his favor, and plus he's 100%. You know what I'm saying? So he got the talent, he's got the better skill, he's got the better coach, he got the best strategy, game plan. So Errol Spence Jr. think he just has, he's just a better overall fighter. He has the better all team. So, he's gonna go into this fight, hopefully to make a statement and prove all his haters wrong and show the world that Errol Spence Jr. is back. But that's all I got. This has been Pool Kind of Boxing. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to my channel for more hardcore boxing content. See you in the next one.